Okay, I haven't posted in a while. Partly because I was busy, partly because I played so much Kingdom Come Deliverance. I want to give a little peek into same. Because I think it's an amazing game. I mean, the landscape, the level of details people went into, random encounters, the missions are very creative. There's hardly ever a dull moment. It's not like a lot of games where you just feel go to A, kill B, bring C to me. I mean, yeah, you could argue after a while it becomes repetitive, but it's kind of in a good way, for the lack of a better word. Alright, so as probably most of you know, Kingdom Come Deliverance plays in 1400s Bohemia during historically accurate events when Sigismund, the half-brother of the reigning king Wenceslas, is usurping the throne because he thinks he's a better king than Wenceslas. The problem was that their common father Charles, he was a very, very, very good ruler, and they have big boots to fill. So Wenceslas, as the first born, obviously is here to the throne. Unfortunately, he's not as gifted as a ruler as his father was. Far from it, actually. He's a wastrel. He spends money on all kind of things, but not to the best of the nation. He can't even. He was offered the crown as emperor of the Holy Roman Empire of German nation, and he couldn't be bothered to show up for the coronation because he was busy with other stuff, probably drinking and whoring. So we have no main quest here in that area. The map is divided in two areas. We have one here, this is the so-called Trotky region where you start. By the way, I unlocked a skill where the whole map is uncovered. Normally this is with the Fog of War covered with that. These blue shields with the yellow wheel on it are fast travel points. You can fast travel in the game, but you need to discover the points first, and then you can go there. You can also not be over encumbered while doing so. Yeah, so we don't have many pending quests anymore. We could go here to Nebakov Mill, Lower Semin Mill, but this is only fist fights. So it's nothing, and I've done them already, so there's no progress anymore. It's just beating the crap out of some poor fellas for the astoundingly purse of 10 groschen, which, to be honest, is not even worth for us to fast travel there. And by that I mean we have almost 22,000 groschen. And that doesn't include all the stuff I put into the trunk, into my chest, which I couldn't sell because the traders didn't have enough money for that. So it's really money is no motivation anymore for me, which of course doesn't keep me from looting every man jack that happened to have a disagreement with me. So from what I read, the weapons we have are pretty much the best of class. So we have Ratzik Kobila's reforged sword. There's none better. This is a two-handed sword. Then we have the sword of Sir Valentine, which is arguably the best one-handed sword. Then we have the ramhead hammer, which we took from the dead body of a wannabe bandit captain. And also best of class in the heavy weapon department. And we have a poleaxe, which as well is best in class for pole arms. Raniek's bow is a unique bow, also one of the best. Not necessarily damage-wise, there are better than that, but he's quite accurate and quick in knocking and releasing the arrows. So all in all, we have probably best armor, best ranged weapon, best pole arms. If you go to the horse, we have also a firearm, which does 640 damage, which is quite a lot, but it takes forever to fire. So, what the hell, let's do it. I'll equip it just to show how it's done. Now I need to go back here. Why did I not? So instead of the bow, we'd go with the hook gun, which is also already an advanced firearm. I do not know whether there is a better one. So yeah. I mean, with the polearm already, people in this region here are a one-shot kill, more or less. So, as you can see on the symbols, we have one buff and one nerf active. The buff is, yeah, if we're close to dying, we get 25% life back and have like a second wind. And the other one is being over-encumbered. But I wanted to see whether we find anything we can fire at. So let's equip the firearm. You can see it here. It's like a small hand cannon. Yeah, if you don't encounter anything quickly, I'll just do it for the heck of it. I don't know whether, for example, this wooden structure is destroyable, but let's find out. So we load the gun with holding right click. We pour down black powder. That was the lead. We use the ramrod. We aim. You see that there is no crosshair. This is true for all distance weapons. Ranged weapons, and light it. So you see it, there's a lot of time passing between lighting the fuse and the shot going off, but we can see there's quite a sizable hole in this, what that is. So yeah, but I prefer the bow and arrow. So then we have the oh dear, there's some rust on it. I probably need to take better care of my weapon. Let's have a look. Oh, it's 100. Maybe I need to clean myself. Then we have the Sword of Valentine. Yeah, let's go here. So this should be number 2. This is Saint Valentine's sword. doesn't look like much to write home about, but apparently is one of the better swords in the game. One-handed swords, that is. And this is our heirloom. This is Rotsikobilla's forged sword. It has a Latin inscription which means Rex Familia Vetio. I've looked it up and I seem to remember, I mean Rex means king obviously, Familia means family, and Vetio I think means revenge. Oh, that's not. Yeah, so go back to my fully armed. We have lost a little bit of life. I think I tried to jump stuff and fell down. So that was of course not very smart of me. Viewpoint, there's a poacher's camp, let's go there. And call our trusty steed, Pebbles. She's a good girl. Pebbles, here I am. Where are you going? So you can praise your horse. And the more you ride on them, the better the bond between you and your mount, which unlocks skills you can have, like does more damage when you charge. You can fight from horseback. I tried it, it's not my cup of tea. It's very susceptible, even with the advanced level I already have with Pebbles, that they hit the horse and the horse bolts and throws me. Which is understandable, I mean, I'm not blaming the poor beast, it's just very inconvenient to try to fight. Oh. I think this is a wolf's den, where we got Mutt back, our trusty dog. Oh, it almost looks as if I wasn't here because I didn't loot, apparently. Oh, and here is the broadsword. Yeah, that's where the wolves were. As I said, I have so much groschen, which is the currency in that game. I do not pick up stuff which is under 500 groschen. So this is a very good starting sword, don't get me wrong. But we've outgrown it and it's not worth, sounds very arrogant, it's not worth my time and my inventory space to pick it up. It's as simple as that. So where is our horse going? Pebbles? Where have you gone? Well, that almost proved to be lethal. There must be a way around here. Go here. Yeah, this looks more approachable, but it isn't. Ah, yeah. Normally when Mutt is barking, he either found some hidden treasure, game, or enemies. Can I go down here? Yes, I can. You see the yellow bar underneath? It's our endurance, our stamina. The red one is our life, health bar. and our stamina is limited to our life points. For example, you see we're a little bit injured, which means our stamina cannot be beyond that bar where the health points are limited, if that makes sense to you. So this is a hunting space for boars. Now, us not being a noble means that whenever we shoot game, we're committing a capital offense. Which means if they catch us and we're not able to pay a fine or talk our way out of it, they will string us on the neck until death occurs. So I can also tell Matt to hunt down the boar, but since my bow game is not where I want it to be, because I played it mostly up close and personal, I'd rather shoot the boar, but I can't see it anymore. Well, so where is now this place we wanted to go to? Okay, we need to follow this river and take a right. I've equipped now the bow and arrow. People will not take it lightly if you run around with weapons drawn, be it bow, be it sword, whatever the case may be. They will tell you to stuff it, and if you don't, after a while they will become aggressive towards you. I think that's a dead one. So we can butcher the boar now. And to my eternal shame, because our inventory space is so limited, I will leave everything except the kidneys here, because we get over encumbered. Our horse is quite burdened already as well. So don't do that at home, kids. Don't hunt if you don't plan to eat the poor animal. I just did it for A, demonstration purposes, second, and because Matt was such a good boy, he gets the kidneys. Who's a good boy? Can also praise. He's showing me the other. It's okay, we don't need another one.
Bist mein Hundi, hm?
So you can praise.
Hierher, Junge. Ja, ja,
Your four-legged
du
companion.
dummes Hundchen. Du dummer Köter.
I don't like the names he uses for his, loyal companion, but, that's between him. So where do we need to go right? Exactly. Oh no, it's not for a long time. Okay, let's put the flag here then. So we'd rather find where we need to twist and turn. I said, this game, the surroundings are amazing. There's change of weather, sunsets, sunrise, all that good stuff. And you just heard the frogs making noise near the water. You know, I really think it's a very immersive game. Even if you're in plate armor like I am now, and there's a nest. Where is it? You can shoot down nests, and sometimes you find valuables in it. Sometimes it's just a couple of eggs. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Call me Robin Hood. So where is he gone? Not, where did it go? Ah, here it is, somewhere. See, only an egg, and the arrow is lost. So, as I was saying, when it rains and you have like a full plate armor, you hear the drops pinging off of your armor. It's, you know, details which, if it weren't there, you probably wouldn't miss them. Unless you're a very OCD person. I don't mean that in a bad way. Is there a poacher present? Doesn't look like. Did I get rid of them already? Somebody forgot his or her knife. Oh, let's pick a lock. Dagger. I'll take this. I take the groschen. I'll take the die. There are die games in the game. This one is rare. And you can have weighted dice. You can find them in all different kind of places, including but not limited to looting it of dead bodies, stealing it from chests, and so on and so forth. So it's really interesting. Wait, did it say there was a poacher? Matt, what's wrong? Oh, he's sitting in front of me. Ooh. I haven't seen that. I must be blind. So he's got a hunting sword, an elm bow. I'll take the arrows. Yeah, not worth taking. Take the scrap metal, the groschen, and this one. The rest, again, it's not worth my inventory space. But he saw me coming. So, probably just didn't think I would take the trouble to go here. But there's a mass grave. Let's have a look at that then. Bandit patrol. Yeah. Alright. So, how I wanted to clean up my inventory. So, there's that. You see, I'm so stuffed with all kind of equipment, quest items, stuff I need to craft. This, for example, is for blacksmithing, as the title would suggest. Luckily, the keys don't weigh shit. That would be a pain in the neck. all these dice I found, badges. You can play for badges or with badges, not for badges, with badges. Badges have certain abilities. For example, it doubles the score on a throw of a dice and things like that. So they help you win a game of dice. Can I go down here? Oh, yeah, I don't risk it. I think the most times I died, no, maybe not, but I died more often than I care to admit from falling down rocks. I don't like all these rock formations. Well, royal pain in the neck. Just to navigate around them to find a place where you can go down. Which should have been easy because we came from here. Duh. I now unequipped the bow and arrow. And you hear when we walk the metal of our armor. If we sneak, you can't hear it anymore. Alright. So let's change. So you hear the rattle, dangle and banging from the heavy armor we're wearing. I'll switch now to my sneaky outfit, which is that one. And you can't, you almost cannot hear us walking. And if you sneak, it's gone. So yes, it's more difficult to sneak on somebody when you have a whole scrap metal shop attached to your body. That doesn't look promising. That looks like a lot of blood. Maybe we should prepare for an unpleasant encounter. There's more blood. Did it join that direction or this? There's positively blood. Here's more. You see it gets dark. What is he, Mutt? Yeah, he found the mass grave. So, I equip now the torch. Good boy. So we can now... Oh, there's blood. So we can rob the graves now. I know that's not beyond my dignity at all. Will stink though. Ooh. That's a fully clad soldier. Now, do I get out again? Yes, I do. I was looking forward for some loot, but apparently not in that grave. Well, if you first do not succeed, another armed. Now we have the perk Nightcrawler. Plus we stink. So let's look at the player and the buffs. So we are Reeky, which means you stink. So it affects our interactions with other people, obviously. I mean, if you are perceived as Reeky in medieval Bohemia, you stink. Yeah, so it also makes it more difficult to sneak around. Now we have also the Nightcrawler. So I get a +2 bonus on strength, agility, and with vitality, and +3 on stealth. So, yeah. Alright, so we didn't have anything to offer either. Somebody properly picked and cleaned. Exception of the armor. Another dead body without any valuables apparently. So I think we can stow away the sword. I don't think there's any imminent danger. So, does this guy have anything on him? No. Can't get out. Oh, there's one more. Mutt, don't get in my way, please. You're a good boy. You're the bestest boy, but sometimes you choose a very unwise place to be. Yeah, another armed. They look like men-at-arms from the local ruler. I doubt that they all caught the flu and died of that. Probably was an overdose of iron. In your face. So, okay. So that was nothing to write home about. What do we have here? Points with beehives. A fresh clearing. Let's go to the Semine mill, because the miller there he has a place for us to sleep and to clean ourselves. So I have here Trotky.
Braver Junge.
You can clean yourself. I also have a skill, if I wash I get health points back.
Stinkt hier so?
It's not me, bitch. So there is, yes, we can do the laundry over here somewhere. So millers in this game, they serve as a fence. And also the people from where you can learn how to pick logs. I don't know whether this is a Bohemian inside joke, or whether there is more to it than meets the eye. I launder all the clothes, thank you very much. And then I'm going to repair my clothes as well. While we're at it, I think I don't have any armor fixing thingamajig anymore. Oh, yes I do. So let's do that. The ones which are below 100 of course only. Oh yeah, that's something else I wanted to show. Okay. Yeah, why not? Let's fix that one as well. Right, so we fixed all our clothing, we washed all our clothing, we washed ourselves, so we should be fine. So yeah, as I was saying, you can learn how to pickpocket, lockpick from the millers, plus they do buy items that you have found before its previous owners lost it. Normally you can't do that, or you can do that, but chances are that whoever you want to sell it to calls in the cops because he notices that this is a stolen item. Millers are not as picky, but I haven't tested it, but I would assume this is reflected in the price they're paying for your stuff. If you carry an item long enough with you, it will lose the stolen status. But whenever you're apprehended by law enforcement, they will make a thorough search, and if they find items they suspect do not belong rightfully to you, they will be confiscated. And you lose them permanently unless they're stored somewhere where you can access them and try to get them back. I can't. You cannot access your horse's inventory when you're in the building. Makes sense. I just forgot briefly again that I can't do that. So I wanted to read this one. Yeah. So you see where the book item is. It tells you how much percentage you learned from that book. So we cannot learn anything more from this particular book. This has lost its value for us, so next time we can sell it. We cannot take advantage of that book anymore. Or, since we have a permanent place to stay here, under the roof. Yeah, I know it's very unwise to run around with a torch bearing in, where everything is out of hay and dry wood. So this is our chest. You see we have so much stuff already. It's almost not funny anymore. Almost. So you see there's so many stuff which I have gotten around to sell, or which I do not plan to sell. So what I do now is, so I don't have to carry it around with me anymore, all the jewelry, because they're too expensive and they don't weigh a lot. Here, I'd rather get rid of the heavy stuff. Hair meat. I'd rather get rid of the heavy stuff, which is already in my inventory or with my horse, and have people spend money on that items, so I free up inventory space. So because this is a permanent home of mine, we could have a kip, which I think is probably not the worst thing to do. Let's eat something first, because I have a skill with, I'm not starving and not overindulging. I get a buff, and we all love buffs. So the buff is called balanced diet. So you managed to avoid starvation, overeating, and getting drunk for 3 days. Oh, the getting drunk could be a problem. Thanks to maintaining this lifestyle, you gain 10% more XP on vitality and your stamina recovers 20% faster. So my vitality is already at max, so I don't care about that anymore. But the recovery of stamina is quite neat, because this is the currency you pay in fights. Which you of course haven't seen as of yet, because I only used the bow. I apologize for that. I'll try to find a suitable adversary to demonstrate our skills. But in the interim, we have a little snack. It's not advisable to eat raw meat. However, Matt loves it, so we can feed Matt on that. We'll go for the dried venison. Now our nourishment went up to 83, which should be sufficient until tomorrow. Yeah, let's go for 5 hours. While we're here, and since there are quests here to be had, so I switched off the torch, which was probably a little bit premature.
Hast du gehört, was der Vogt vorhat?
Nein, mir ist egal, was die Leute tratschen.
Mir auch. Aber das ist ziemlich wichtig.
Interessiert mich nicht.
Aber es geht um Geld.
Was? Dann erzähl.
Einen schönen Tag. Was hättest du gern?
Kämpfst du, Hitler?
Klar.
Falling down the stairs.
Gott schütze dich, Nachbar.
Grüße.
We are as well.
Ich möchte gern... Worum geht es dir?
Drinking. Yeah, why
Wie
not?
schaffst du es so viel... Gut. Aber das wird...
So we trained 1 hour to get wasted, you know? Fair enough.
Sei gegrüßt, wie kann ich dir helfen?
A cow. So this is the fighting arena. Oh. So this is rain, so now I switch to this. Probably not heavy enough. Just a light summer rain apparently. Hansel, do you still fight?
Oh, Verzeihung.
Where's the other fella?
Grüß Gott.
Schön, dich zu sehen.
This is the miller.
Sei gegrüßt.
This is the no name. Yeah, that. Where did he go? It's Chile, right? Yes, it is. And you.
Wie wär's mit noch einem Kampf? Verdammt. Dir gefällt das also. Denk an den Wetteinsatz.
You see, we're playing for 10
Hier, das
groschen here. I mean,
Das sieht schon besser aus. Bist du bereit?
0.05. Oh, wait. So the pink bar is his stamina.
Da hast du's. Da
mount. We need to wait till he wakes up again. We can talk to him.
Du hast es mir wirklich gezeigt. Geht's dir gut? Ach, im Vergleich zu einer... Hier, dein Ge...
So now we have 20 groschen. Our bet and his. So, yeah. It's like stealing candy from a baby at this point. Because we're so strong and good and handsome, it doesn't stand a chance.
Du dummes Hundchen.
Don't you shit talk my dog.
Na du?
Und ob.
Wie wär's mit noch einem...
Ich habe sowieso nicht so...
Hab ich.
Sprich dein Gebet.
That was quick.
Also gut, du hast gewonnen.
Danke für den Kampf.
Deinen Dank kannst du dir sonst wohin. Hier, das ist
Watch
für
your
dich.
mouth.
Die alte Eiche an der Kreuzung soll wohl abgeholzt werden.
Oh nein. Aber warum? So ein...
Wie stehen die... Gut. Gibt's Neues aus dem... Eigentlich nicht. Veranstaltest du... Ja. Willst du mitmischen? Na los. Schon wieder? Schön. Aber vorher... Hier, das Geld. Gut. Leb wohl.
If we close in, we can get into clinch. Oh. Sorry, got carried away.
Wie geht es denn? Fühlst du dich besser?
Die Salbe ist ein geschenktes Kind. Jetzt schnell, wie nur noch wenn ein Sturm ausbricht.
Das ist doch praktisch, oder nicht? Du weißt dann immer, wann du das Vieh zusammentreiben und das Voll einbringen.
Ich muss schon sagen, Hein, hier ist dein Geld.
Da gab es doch diesen
So.
Burschen, der immer Sodbrennen
You can
bekam,
imagine
bevor es
that
schneit.
early game this can be a good source of income if you're able to beat them. When I started, it wasn't that difficult. Just need to try to keep your distance, check how they hold their hands so you know which side to attack from. Yeah, Bob's your uncle. Alright, so let's see whether we can find something. Woodcutters, I don't want to mess with woodcutters. They're mostly honest people. Human troop, I got rid of that. Overgrown hut. And here's a camp. Okay, let's travel to Nebakov Fortress, which has... Okay, this is a random encounter, so let's look around. We are in full armor. Let's take out the poleaxe. Yeah, I can see that it's dead, but no need to be anxious about it, so let's butcher the horse. As before, I will not take the meat. The horseshoes would have been interesting if I didn't already have better, and the horse hide. It's probably also not worth carrying with me. So let's go back to fast travel to Nebakov Fortress. Alright. Yeah, it has seen better days. Don't want to spoil it, but it has to do with the storyline. This looked better beforehand. Hey Matt, let's see. Yeah, not really realistic, is it? Tower is devastated. All the environment, you know, stables and corals and whatnot are devastated, but the gate is intact. This is one building you cannot go back to once you advanced in a certain stage of the main storyline. So just a little bit pro tip: if you have to do something here, do it as long as you have access to it. There must be a nest somewhere. I think I see it. There it is. Or is it? Oh, that looks positively like a nest. Okay. Let's try. Yep. And it fell down here. Hey! Stop it. Oh, nice. 215 groschen. And I get my arrow back. Nice. There's another one. Here. Yeah, I can't see it. I never bothered too much with the nest. First of all, sometimes it's a pain in the neck to hit. Well, that's my story, and I stick to it because I'm just a noob with the bow. But yeah, and then you spend X amount of arrows, and then there's an egg in it, you know, which you can't eat. You need to cook it first, which means you need to find somewhere where you can cook. Not a nest. Where? Ah, I can see it. Steady. Hold still. Oh, nice. Hey, Matt. Oh, what? You're such a good boy. Where are you? Such a good
Was ich für
boy.
dich habe.
Look what I have here for you. Some rabbit. We're hunting rabbits. Oh, this is a collapsed building. Sometimes there's a kind of Easter eggs. Oh, look, there's... Ooh. So... hunting arrows. A dagger. Bacon. Bowman's brew, which helps you with shooting. Strong Aesop, which means animals are not aggressive to you if it's like wild dogs, wolves, other predators, or they're not running away from you if it's prey like roes, does, deers, stags, and a repair kit for a bow and dagger. I think it's safe to say that whoever put this thing here was a huntsman. Let me see. Let's go to this camp here. And see what there is to see, and I think then we close this Maybe we have an encounter, that would be splendid, but I think... Unfortunately, I was very thorough when I traveled these parts. There seems to be wolves nearby. Can you see something, Matt, or smell? Seem to be getting closer. Coming from two directions, don't they? We're definitely getting closer.
Du heulst hier also wie ein Gespenst.
Oh, Daisy. Oh, your poor master died. Banish of Colin. Oh Lord.
Der Kerl sieht mitgenommen aus. Kein Wunder, dass der Hund so laut jault. Sein Herrchen liegt im Sterben.
Because I'm a
Mal
medic.
sehen. Ah, ja. Davon habe ich gelesen. Klare Vergiftungssymptome. Tollkirsche vielleicht? Nein, nicht so wichtig. Er braucht dringend ein Gegenmittel. Aber schnell, sonst ist es aus mit ihm.
Oh, this should do.
Hier, bitte. Was ist passiert? Du bist ja endlich wach. Wer bist du? Was hast du hier zu suchen? Ich rette dir dein Leben. Du bist beinahe an Gift krepiert. Vermutlich Tollkirsche. Ach, so heißen diese leckeren Beeren also. Ja. Und du solltest sie nie wieder essen. Keine Sorge, ich bin dir wohl etwas schuldig. Mein Name ist Banish von Colin. Und deiner? Wie heißt mein edler Retter? Heinrich von Skalitz. Deine Worte verraten deine edle Abstammung. Danke für die Rettung. Du verdienst eine Belohnung. Du solltest deinem Hund danken. Er hat mich zu dir geführt. Meinst du Rosi? Meine geliebte Rosi? Aber Rosi hat mich nicht gerettet, sondern du. Das ist doch nicht nötig. Ich habe es nicht wegen einer Belohnung gemacht. Wirklich? Das ist eine ehrenvolle Tat, Heinrich. Was treibst du überhaupt hier? Das ist eine recht kurze Geschichte, aber dank dir kann ich sie noch etwas fortsetzen. Das Leben als angesehener Bürger wurde mir zu öde. Mein Vater hatte Großes für mich im Sinn, aber ich wollte ein Abenteuer. Die Welt sehen. Oder wenigstens mal etwas anderes als Colin. Also ergriff ich die Gelegenheit und floh. Und wie lange bist du schon unterwegs? Ein paar Tage. Dann bist du ja schnell in der Patsche gelandet. Ach, sag bloß. Das alles war eine dumme Idee. Ich sollte nach Hause gehen. Die Entscheidung liegt bei dir. Ich weiß. Wenn du ein Bürger bist und ein Angesehener noch dazu, wie du sagst, dann musst du gebildet sein. Ja, das habe ich meinem Vater zu verdanken. Wieso? Vielleicht kannst du mir etwas beibringen. Aber gern doch. Das schulde ich dir.
Nur hör genau zu. Ich bin so sehr Lehrmeister, wie ich Abenteurer bin.
So we improved on scholarship. We could have probably picked sword play, but our sword play is already pretty top notch. I'm not going to steal anything from him. Huh, I didn't know about this random encounter. That was cool. And this is exactly where we wanted to be. So I think we end on a high note here. I mean, we saved this poor fella. And Daisy is now much more pleasant. Where is she? Hey Daisy. Who's a good girl? You're a good girl. So yeah, I think we can end here. Well, isn't that a nice campsite? Look at that. There's this Trotky castle. That's a bitch of a castle to take, I tell you that. Never done it, but I spent some hours in it, and it's well laid out, let's put it that way. Okay, I think we end here. Yeah, there's not much to see. Oh yes, one thing. You see we have this fancy helmet on, which has like a visor. And the visor is open at the moment. If we press Y, the visor comes down. Offers more protection, obviously. But at the same time you see that your field of view is more limited, and you regenerate stamina slower because it's harder to breathe. So you can choose whether you want to expose your face but have a full field of view, or field of vision rather, and not suffer the nerf on the stamina regeneration, or you go full medieval at the cost of regeneration and, you know, slightly impaired sight. That was a feature already in the first game, and I loved it. I hardly ever used the closed helmet, if I recall correctly, because I thought the disadvantages outweigh the advantages. But of course that's a matter of opinion. Alright, so that's what I wanted to show. And maybe I do another video in due time. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this one, and see you next time.